Today we find ourselves in the ancient sacred halls at Portland State University of Lincoln Hall Auditorium, a gathering place, a consolidation of all that is audible and made for the ears, as it were. But we're here to discuss a serious topic today, and one that has the potential for grave concern. We spoke the other day on AI artist and AI art leaking its way into the audio sphere. But more than that, what happens when our tastes in music are suddenly fueling and funding the AI weaponry of the future? One of the big things we immediately have to question out of the gate is, what was the CEO's intention? Was he, in fact, deliberately trying to expedite AI weaponry? Was that his focal point? Was that what he was really focusing on? Or is it possible that him, being the entrepreneur that he most likely is, was probably investing in a company because he saw easy, low-hanging fruit in the potential future of the stock market? We don't really know, of course, because neither you nor I am this guy. But what we do know is that he put money into an AI startup. And if you ask me, considering the current state of the stock market and the economy at large, that seems to be rather par for the course these days. And even more than that, and more in line with what this channel likes to focus on, one has to ask themselves, well, what even is AI weaponry? What constitutes an AI weapon? Is it in fact that all these Silicon Valley startups somehow managed to design the perfect gun for the computer? Is that how that works? And if so, if we're about to start handing out guns to computers, does that mean we no longer have to worry about antivirus? So obviously I jest. But the thing is what I have seen, and in my experience, is that oftentimes what these activists target, what these provocateurs of the political spectrum love to pantomime about, often are subject to materials that they themselves know very little to nothing on. They have no understanding of what they protest against. And it's sad, it's unfortunate, and ignorance will continue to rule this existence for the foreseeable future as it is. But we still have to wonder, us being the mainline consumers, us with our Spotify playlist, us with our Apple iTunes gift cards, what are we really funding with our consumerism? What are our dollar bills really going towards? Because if in fact, every time I click like on a brand new rock album, someone somewhere is putting an extra dollar into the pocket of Skynet, and Arnold Schwarzenegger grows more and more each and every day, well then maybe I really should stop and consider where my dollar is going. Obviously, the efficacies and the morals at test that are really being tested is the entire point of this discussion. The simple reality at the end of the day is that a man invested money, and butthurt people on the internet are taking to the streets over it. But I think you and I and everyone else in between automatically really knows at the end of the day that nothing is going to change. So, therefore, what is the point in all this? Why bring any of this up at all? Why even discuss it? Why even make a hullabaloo about all of it? Well, because at the end of the day, it's not really about that CEO, is it? No. No. And it's not really about the screeching mongers on Twitter either, is it? No. No, it's not. But in fact, and instead, I think the real lesson to be taken away here is a self-reflection and a consideration. Do we as consumers actually consider where our dollar bills go? Do we as consumers actually think about the ramifications and the consequences of us investing a dollar bill? Even if it's for a trivial pursuit, even if it's something as innocuous as paying for a subscription to a video game service, let's say. Do we recognize what that provided video game company stands for? Do we recognize the harm and the neglect and the microtransaction bullshit that company loves to propagate and push out into the wider industry? Do we recognize that our choices, our actions, do have consequence? And whether we like it or not, even though we like to pretend that none of it really matters, that we are just not even a small cog in the larger machine at will, do we still realize that at the end of the day, we are still a mechanism inside the machine? Choices, people, choices. We all have them, and we all make them. And you'd be stunned at the effect that your choices have. But let's discuss it. Let's talk about it. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? Where do you stand on choices? And how thoughtful are you about your choices? Do you carefully research and do your homework? Do you consider and ponder over every single delegation laid before you? Or instead, do we throw caution to the wind? Do we get up on our high horse and do we gallivant forward, charging bravely into the unknown? Do we not really care about the consequences or the ramifications? Do we chalk it up to a higher power and consider that maybe their authority, maybe their rule is what truly dominates the bends and the curves and the streams of life? Maybe. I don't know. But where do you think? Where do you lie on the spectrum? And what do you consider the line in the sand for where you start thinking and where you stop thinking about the choices we make and the consequences of those choices? In the meantime, I've got some choices of my own to be making, so until next time, friends.